So now that we've discussed what is a cryptocurrency and gone through the basics, let's talk about where to buy your precious new crypto coins. First of all, literally no one calls them crypto coins, so don't do that. But if you're watching this video without having any idea of what crypto is, probably you should go watch the previous videos in this series, Back to the Basics, so you can catch up on what's going on. Click above to catch up.
Get out of my life!
If you watch my previous video or already know what crypto is, great, you win a gold star. In this video, I'll be showing you what are the best platforms to buy crypto on when it comes to security, diversity, and low fees. But most importantly, I'm going to teach you what you need to know and what you need to do before buying cryptocurrency. You see, it is not only about where to get it, but also how to get it. So let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the hardest working channel in all of cryptocurrency. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, join both my free Telegram groups and my new Discord server, the BitBoy Lab, to learn more about crypto or connect with me and the Bit Squad. If you want to win a Bitcoin or some sweet altcoins, make sure to visit 1btc.bitboy.live. All right, guys, let's start by talking about things you need to do before buying crypto. It is not just a matter of throwing money around in this or that coin or on this or that platform. The first and most important thing you need to do is choose a wallet. Just as with regular money, your crypto will be stored somewhere at any given time. And I use quotes here because, as you should know by now, crypto is not stored in a location much as it is information being in multiple nodes at any given time. So how is it that crypto can be stored if it is everywhere? While your cryptos are entirely digital, with the balance and history of transactions being available in the distributed ledger, the key to operate with them is not available to anyone. To initiate a transfer or any kind of operation with it, you will need what is called a cryptographic key. An important thing to remember: the person with the key owns the cryptocurrency. If someone gains access to your keys, they own your crypto. Period. There's no help desk you will be able to call. No cyber police that will ensure the safe return of your crypto. But sadly, there will be trolls, and they will laugh at you. So make sure to keep your computer and phone clean, keep information secure, and always keep your privacy and security at the top of mind. Use strong passwords at all times. You might want to stop using sticky notes on your screen to store your passwords. Not safe at all. I'm not saying I do that. Also, don't use password as your password. And also, don't use 80085. I took it back to 6th grade for some of you guys there. Think about it.
You're typing big boobs?
I'm trying everything. Try big boobs with a Z.
There are two main types of wallets, and it comes down to what you really want. Do you like it soft, or do you like the hard stuff? I'm talking about hardware and software wallets, of course, you nerds. Hardware wallets are what is called cold storage, is they don't need access to the internet since they are physical devices resembling a pen drive that you need to physically connect to interact with your crypto. This gives you the added security of physically requiring the wallet to access your crypto, meaning you don't have to trust an exchange or app to store your crypto. If the hardware wallet gets stolen, there's no problem if the person who stole it doesn't know your password. This is the most secure type of wallet, but is less convenient and a little more expensive. Software wallets, on the other hand, are more convenient but less secure. They are programs that you can download and install on your computer, which keeps your keys by encrypting them. To access your crypto, you need to authenticate using your password and any other method of security the wallet provides, such as two-factor authentication. This means you can access your crypto from any device at any time without the need for a physical device, depending on the wallet's support, of course. Now, this type of wallet is less secure than a hardware wallet as a result of being connected to the internet. Anything that is on the internet can be attacked. It is just a matter of if the attacker will succeed or not. So this is something you should consider when using these services. This applies to both software and hardware wallets. Make sure you check what type of coins they can store, as some of them will only be able to store BTC or ERC20 tokens, or only little crypto kitties. So make sure to keep an eye on that when buying crypto. And as always, avoid storing your hard-earned crypto on exchanges. This is risky and should be avoided at all times, as hackers are always looking forward to breaching exchanges in order to get all the coins stored on them. So make sure to make it hard for anyone to steal your coins. When it comes to hardware wallets, Ledger and Trezor are the biggest names in the industry. When it comes to software wallets, it is harder to make a recommendation as there is much more variety. There's Exodus, Electrum, Trust Wallet, Copay, and Zengo. Any of these would be a good option for a beginner. Make sure to check out the features for each of them depending on which coins you're planning on investing in, how you want to access your crypto, features you like, and much more. Okay, so now you have your wallet, you have to make sure that it suits your needs and ensures the security of your future crypto. Now we can talk about where to buy crypto. Just like physical stores, the platform you choose to buy your crypto on will depend on what you are looking for. Are you looking for a new project that nobody's even heard of and you can make massive gains with in the future? I know a lot of you guys do. What was that? You probably will want to go with Uniswap though. Are you looking for an exchange that has trading competitions, support, giveaways? Go with Binance, KuCoin, or Coinbase. It all comes down to what you want and are looking for, as well as where you're located. While crypto is decentralized and global, there might be limitations in your country that limit which services you can access and the payment methods you can use. This is why platforms like Binance have a specific US version that offers different coins depending on the legal status in the country. Just like with wallets, you will need to make a choice. There are two different types of exchanges: centralized and decentralized. Centralized exchanges are run by companies like Binance, Crypto.com, Coinbase, and KuCoin, and they are widely the most used type of exchanges in the crypto world. Although this is changing rapidly. I barely even use those anymore. These companies operate as an intermediary in exchange for fees that can vary in a way similar to how banks work. While trading money using one of these exchanges, your crypto assets are part of the company's ecosystem to ensure the existence of funds for the transactions taking place. You can add or remove money from the exchanges at any point, obviously, but it will need to be in your exchange wallet for you to be able to trade. Using these exchanges requires trust in the company that is offering its services, as they are in charge of the security and the successful completion of transactions. These exchanges will also provide you with a layer of security when it comes to losing your keys, as they will be able to help you regain access to the funds if you have the necessary information. They also allow you to invest in crypto by using fiat currency, which is an added bonus, with the added risk of being pretty attractive to hackers. As I already mentioned, Binance, Crypto.com, Coinbase, and KuCoin are some of the most popular options out there, each of them offering different benefits and features. The other type of exchange is a decentralized exchange, or a DEX, ruled by their current king unicorn, Uniswap. DEXs allow users to trade cryptocurrencies only. They eliminate the middleman by using liquidity pools, a term we won't discuss right now, but is involved in yield farming. They connect traders and automate all of the trading processes, charging little to no fees that reward liquidity providers. DEXs are trustless and a great place for new projects to find investors. Uniswap is currently the most popular exchange in this category and is competing with the big centralized guys. If you're looking for new projects that are just launching, this is a good place to look for them. But be careful to avoid scams. Decentralization puts the burden of responsibility on your shoulders. To learn more about DEX alternatives, make sure to watch this video. Or don't, but just make sure to do your own research. Now it's your turn. What type of crypto wallet and exchange are you most interested in? What projects are you thinking about investing in? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.